neighbors when they were kids, man. They were dangerous. I'd be out in my driveway cutting, and then, dude, all of a sudden I'd hear, "Hey, what you doing?" And they're like freaking 3 feet behind me. I'm like,
Holy
dude,
shit.
whoa. Like, yeah, it was bad,
You're like,
man.
you about to die, and I'm gonna go to jail because of this. Like, get away
Yeah.
from me.
Well, we are now live with another Swordtubers live event. And yeah, we're talking about dangerous stuff. That's what happened.
Harmful and dangerous stuff.
I think I told the story on one live stream about how the only time I've ever hurt myself with a sword, and it was not fun, but yeah. So we are here. We are back with more fun Swordtuber goodness, where we try to get together. Obviously, at this point, I've been doing it once a month, pretty much every month, and I think I'm going to keep it going because this has been a lot of fun getting to know everyone in the community. But if you don't know, this is a show where I get other Swordtubers from around the YouTube universe, and we get to talk about our favorite thing, which is swords. So tonight, I have some amazing guests. I mean, insanely amazing guests. First off, we have Eric. How are you, buddy?
All right, yourself?
If you don't know Eric, and I don't know why you would follow me if you don't follow him, this dude is insane with cutting. Probably one of the best cutters, no lie, I've seen on YouTube. This guy is nuts. And I think we coined a new term the other day, like how sharp you like your blade.
Oh, Husseinly sharp? Yeah.
Husseinly
Captain
sharp.
Lecter actually quoted that one. Yeah, I sharpened up his Wakizashi for me, and yeah, that's been around for a few years.
I watched one of your shorts where you took a piece of paper, and I forget what sword it was, but you stood it up and you literally just slid it down like it was like it was a piece of cake, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so Eric, the master cutter there, and we also have Tone Deaf. Tone Deaf, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Now, Tone Deaf is also amazing cutter. Dude is nuts with a Nodachi. Like, I don't think I've ever seen someone move a Nodachi around like this guy right here. He's fantastic. And you're also a musician too, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Been doing music way longer than like online sword stuff, but always loved like Japanese swords ever since I was little.
Nice. I think all of us probably love Japanese swords ever since we were little. I mean, as much as I do European swords now, it would be a lie to say that I did not start out with katana. Because I...
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's pop culture.
Yeah.
I think we're all of Ninja Turtles age.
True. Yeah, I was Three Ninjas, obviously, because I grew up in a...
Dude, I remember that. Holy shit, that's weird.
I got in so much trouble with my friends. We made the pepper bombs and used all their spices, and his mom got so pissed.
That's so funny.
I thought that was going to go over everyone's head, but apparently
no.
I remember that show. I watched the hell out of that show.
That show was fantastic.
Yeah, wasn't it a couple movies?
Seen any of the sequels.
There were,
a bunch of them, yeah.
So
I only seen the first one.
Oh, there was a bunch. I remember one which was really funny. I remember this line so well because they were in, I don't know, somewhere in a like a Indian reserve, a Native American reserve, and they were trying to get something back, and the guy's trying to drive a car, but he can't really see it yet because they're not of age to drive a car, and he went to back up and he runs into this giant tree. And all of his brothers are like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, the tree came out of nowhere. And they're like, yeah, like 100 years ago. That cracked me up. Yeah. We were going to have another guest tonight, but unfortunately he was not able to make it, so I'll catch him on the next one. Katana Carl was going to be here as well, but we're going to grab him in on another one going on in the future. But if you haven't checked out his stuff, you should definitely do that as well.
Absolutely.
He's OG.
Yeah, like top quality freaking everything.
Yeah, he's fantastic. If you've not seen his content, you really should check that out. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. I see chat is already here. If you guys have questions for the host or anything like that, please shout them out. And if I don't get to it right away, do it a couple times until I see it. because there's a couple of you in there. I do see someone mention that they want to see Tone Deaf with a Naginata.
A Naginata?
Yeah.
Okay, well I have to go get it. It'll take me a minute.
Oh, you actually have one?
Yeah, I own one.
Oh, nice.
I own the Honshu one. It's like,
Oh, that's like the only safe one.
yeah, it is, because the rest of them, I'm like, this is gonna fly out. Like, all of the ones that all the ones you can buy on the market, they come disassembled, and so then you got to put them together, and 9 times out of 10, they're like garbage. So I
Yeah,
was
like
like,
Cameron
I saw,
Bird could have freaking hurt himself with that, dude. He got one from, I think, I don't remember the company, but it freaking broke, and like it could have been really bad.
no, for real, it's a death stick. Once that happens, it goes flying. So no, I do have a Naginata. Whoever's commenting, I can't see the chat, but you could. I have a couple videos if you go through my stuff, me using it. I gotta sharpen
Samurai
it. Though.
Bird is doing that. The
Oh,
one
is
and
he?
only Samurai Bird. Yeah.
Okay, well, I
Oh,
have
yeah,
one.
Samurai Bird's another great cutter too. Dude's fantastic.
Yeah, the
Samurai Bird
bamboo,
is
like
amazing.
freaking. I wish I lived in a bamboo-rich area.
Same. I would use it all the time. That's fun. It seems super fun to cut.
I think Kai has that from. I always pronounce his school name wrong, so I'm not even going to try. But he was on the last Swordtuber live that we did over on Matt's channel. He has bamboo, I think, really close by, so he cuts that all the time just because it's
Free?
nearby. Yeah. Yeah, so that's really cool. But before we get really going in what we're going to be talking about tonight, I want to talk to each one of these hosts, and we're going to start with Eric because you're the first one on my list here. If you want to tell people a bit about what got you into swords and kind of what you've been doing with your channel.
Freaking, what got me? I mean, I'm just a dude, and just growing up in like the 80s and 90s, like it was all ninja stuff, and like I just always loved swords. And for a while, I thought I had a sword collection, and then I hit a certain age when I like learned the difference between like flea market crap and real deal. Like yeah. So then years went by finally, and it dawned. It never dawned on me to look online. I look online, and you can buy a sword sold.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And I was freaking hooked, man. Like, freaking, what made me do the Japanese stuff though was it was actually a freaking. I read this cyberpunk novel called Snow Crash, and the main character uses a katana and a wakizashi, and like that's what pushed me over the edge to like buy a katana over any other sword. And freaking, like, I originally just started my channel because somebody wanted to take a look at the customized Sinosword Jakku that I got, and never intended on doing anything really with it more than that. And like, I wish it was still up, but like, I mean, my old videos were bad. I'm talking appallingly bad, like 20 minutes long. It's like me just walking around the yard, setting up, just terrible.
Bro, that's
Like, it was
classic
like,
though. Like,
yeah, and it was just freaking. But then I just started met people and got my competitiveness came out and started practicing every day, and freaking now like just trying to document like the good shit that I can get now. Like instead of dicking around for an hour, freaking talking at the camera, I'm just trying to not waste people's time and just show off like the best of what I can do.
Yeah, it's funny you
I'm
mentioned
gonna
that
be doing more
because
reviews too, like, in the future.
oh yeah, we're gonna get you some more review stuff, absolutely. But it's funny you said that because it reminded me. I remember going to a gun and knife show, and there was a guy who had swords, and this was just when I was getting into swords, or rather at that time, sword-like objects.
Yeah,
Because I remember talking to him like, oh yeah, all my swords at home are 440 stainless. I bet they're greater than what you got here. And the guy's just, oh, not one of these. Not one of these guys.
I threw out a couch, and that's what the day that I learned the difference, because I had a freaking pile of them, man, like acquired from all kinds of places. And I freaking tried going at this couch, and I broke pretty much all but one or two of them. Like, and like,
that's
wait
funny.
a second. And then, like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
I do have
Yeah.
like a couple like full tang, like 440, really big and thick that I sharpened up stupid sharp, just like
Oh my
to make
god.
it the most dangerous sword like
You
object
want to
ever.
talk like that's a death stick right there.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah,
sure.
100%.
yeah. Oh well, we got the fourth co-host on the show now, the cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kept scratching at my door. I'm like, I gotta get him in here.
Yeah, I should set up a camera for my axolotl, so it's just on my axolotl sitting in his tank. He
You
thinks
have
he's
an
a dragon.
axolotl?
That's
Yeah,
what?
What?
That's
That's
yeah,
fucking
fire.
crazy.
yeah. I have an
I didn't even know
axolotl.
you
Yeah,
could have those.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's actually right behind me in this tank. He sits
Hell
there.
yeah.
We got him. My son named him Toothless because he looks like because he's
That's funny.
not a pink one. He's a what's called a natural coloring. So he's black on the back with little spots, and then like a white and black underbelly, so you can see. So he's more natural color. He looks just like Toothless from How to
That's
Train Your Dragon.
awesome.
So we got him like a little Viking ship like decoration for his tank, and he sits on top of the mask and just looks at me.
Nice.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I always thought I should set him up and just have like instead of a cat cam, have an axolotl cam.
You
so you can
should.
see
That'd
him.
be
24
people would
hours
mess
a
with that.
day, getting
Yeah, no one would watch for us anymore. They'd be like,
No.
"Shut up and let's watch the axolotl," which makes sense.
Dude,
Yeah.
get that going 24 hours a day. What's that? The freaking when they donate in the live stream, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
freaking
Bro, they
milk
would be
Take
that
on
care of
it.
thing,
the
dude. Yeah,
take
put it
care of
on
them.
TikTok. You're set for life.
Yeah, I'm done. Don't need work anymore. I'm set. I'm
I
good.
got an axolotl.
I got an axolotl. It's really funny because I have to hand feed him all the time. I don't because he's like half blind. I swear. He eats out of my hand and then comes sits in my hand. I'll stick my hand in the tank and he'll eat my hand and then he'll sit on my hand, just sit there.
That's
And
crazy.
then if I move my finger too much, he bites my finger. But you know. Yeah. All right, Tone. What about you? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel and like kind of what you've been doing with it and what got you into swords and all of that.
So I guess just to start, like, with what made me kind of want to go back to swords is when I was really young, I first like encountered Japanese swords, like real ones, because my grandpa was really good friends with someone who had true antique Japanese swords, and my dad took me to see him when I was really young. So I was like, I think 10, and I got to hold like real ones. And at that point, I was like, this is the sickest thing ever. Like, I would love to own one of these one day. And then couple years back, probably 4 years ago, I posted online and it was just like some Shinwa, like Nagamaki. I was like, dude, this thing is cool. Someone want to buy it for me for my birthday as like a joke? And someone did, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And so then I just had a sword, and then I was like, oh, this is a real sword. Like, it actually is full tang. It actually can cut. It's super fucking fun. And so I couldn't stop. I just started cutting milk jugs like crazy. It just was so like the act of being able to do it in my backyard and just chill and like kind of do that. I shifted gears because my YouTube channel was like, I've had it since I was a kid. So it used to be like dumb, stupid videos from when I'm in high school. Then it kind of morphed into music, and then it's still music when I drop a song, but it's mostly sword stuff now. And so I've just always kind of treated YouTube less like a job and more like, this is just where I'm going to throw things at the wall because I want to, you know? And so for me, like, music is probably what I would classify more as like something I'm a professional at. And the sword stuff is just like sick as hell and super fun. So it's been a really cool journey, like 3.5 years of just meeting really cool people. And on top of that too, I am happy I pushed for, the Nodachi stuff, because I just thought they were so cool and mysterious and different. And I was like, I don't see anybody cutting with these like this, so I'm gonna try. And that's kind of where that like path came from. So I ended up finding a lot of really good ones online that were pretty cheap. So that's been kind of the journey for me.
I was gonna say I want to give a shout out to someone else in chat as well. If you haven't checked them out yet, Ashigaru Armory. He's fantastic. But he also does like antique things, and I think he was doing Nihanto if he can get his shipping stuff done, like actual Nihanto.
Like, yeah, dude, he's got like a really good thing going. Like, yeah, for real.
This is where this came from.
Exactly.
So
you got one from him?
Yeah, this is from him. He made that dream come true, low key, because he had one for like he had one that he had procured, and he refinished it and made it look better, and fixed the suka, fixed things, made it so I could use it to
Yeah.
cut and like use it to actually use it. So no, he's the reason I have the antique, and that's one of the coolest swords I own. If I had to sell everything else, I'd keep this one. Like it's amazing. It's one of one. So.
And I see in there, Nihanto are traditionally made swords from Japan. They're not Nihanto if they don't come from Japan.
That is correct.
That's what the word
this
means.
one's from
You should
Japan.
have like a big like primer of definitions first.
Yeah. Well, it's a word that if you don't
we use
know,
words just like we're Kashira, like nobody knows what that shit is.
Exactly.
So a lot of us would pick it up, but I just got the whole Nihanto question mark. I'm like, it's specifically a traditionally made Japanese sword out of Japan. It has to be from Japan for it to be classified that way. A lot of them have papers, and you can get the Smith signing. What is it called? Is it MEI or something like May?
Yeah,
May. That's right. I has the sound of
freaking yeah, and then they're Smiths to this day still making them too. Like I've got to work on a couple like modern ones, and freaking like you could, if you got like the 10 grand it would probably take, and several years
so cool.
you can get one like modern made to like roughly to your specs, like freaking, but you just need the money for it.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of smiths that are doing really good work too. Like I see guys who will smith Thomas Shigiri specific ones, and they're awesome. They're so good for cutting. Like,
I have a topic for you two that just came into my mind, just because I want your opinion on them. So again, so if you don't know about this show in general, you'll hear me shout out people like crazy, because the whole purpose is to get people to know other sword tubers out there, and also to foster like collaboration stuff. RVA Katana, John RVA Katana, great dude. And I like RVA Katana because they're a brick and mortar store that you can go visit if you're close by.
Yeah, he was the first ever to send me a review sample. I have the utmost respect for him.
Yeah, he seems
John's
like a super
kick-ass.
neat dude.
Yeah,
I actually don't have any katanas from him because it's not my area, but I do have a Cloud Hammer.
So do I.
SX 105V over there.
Longsword.
Yeah, which I cut with it on my last live stream. It was a lot of fun. But the reason why I was bringing it up is they have these things that I want. They call them Titan Stouts.
Oh, I want that too. That thing is
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yep. Oh yeah. If I had
First
the money
off,
to bring...
they give me sick Bleach vibes, like right off the bat. Okay,
for sure.
I know I'm a nerd, but that's okay. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up is I hear, and please correct me if I'm wrong, there are some cutting competitions, especially in Japan and even here, where people were bringing multiple blades, like when they were doing these like super thick mats, they brought out like the Titan Stouts, and then they would go back to their normal sword, and that's sort of been banned. You have to pick one sword to do all your feats with.
Makes sense. Like, I've seen old competitions too, like from like 10 years ago, where they bring out Watakari Batosai, the online cutter. He's crazy good, but he'll have one that he brings out. It's like that thick, and he's doing the row mats. It's thin and thick, if that makes sense. Like it's wide, but since it's thin, it can pop right through multiple.
European equivalent would be using an 18C.
Yeah, the Alexandria sword.
Yeah, I have that hanging up there on the wall. Yeah, that thing cuts like crazy because it's got such a thin profile and it's so wide.
That's like one of the Euros that's like on my eventual to get list. Like I got like, that giant list of swords in your head, like one of them's on there.
Well, I love the... Go ahead.
If you notice too, like this is the Japanese sword I have, like but it's thick. Like the spine itself is thick, and I think what happens is when they're getting those other ones, they're getting them wide, but they're thin. So like you see, they'll go through a mat with this, but it's way harder to do than it is with that flat sword. That's why those people love like using them, because it doesn't feel like you're going through anything.
Yeah, you get a fucking nice wide here's a curry, and you're going through just about anything.
That's the blade geometry you want me to get next, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's like flat. Let me.
It doesn't have any
Yeah.
ridges. That's why
Right.
people like
Yeah.
them.
It's freaking like it's just as thin around like the cutting portion of the blade as an unakubi, but it's just one flat plane from the edge to the kasaki.
oh,
Isn't that
Yeah,
cool?
so there's no interruption of the cut, and it's a much more acute wedge going through the target. So it's like the most efficient cutter that there is in
oh
the
yeah.
Japanese sword world.
I
Like
was
for
thinking.
competitions, those are primo.
Yeah.
I was thinking probably the thinnest Japanese sword I have here is this Bugei Shobu, because it's supposed to be
Whoa.
a Shobu
Yeah,
Shikuri. And
Bro, you
it's
have one of those? Those are so cool.
yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah. I got
That's-
something for you here you guys might get a kick out of. I showed it a couple times. This
How
sword's
old
not
that
even
thing, Joe?
available anymore. 15 years.
Okay,
Oh
Yeah.
wow, nice.
Yeah, because Carl
Eh,
got one, and like he handed it to me, and it felt nothing like I would have expected a Bugatti to feel like. It was like freaking. I was blown away.
This is the Bugei Old Pine. They
Oh,
don't even
dude, you
sell this one
motherfucker!
anymore.
Damn,
Dude,
dude. I've always wanted that sword.
And
love
it's
that sword.
also hold
Wow.
on, gets better. So this is. It also has the Swedish powdered steel with the flame
Yeah.
looking
Oh
on it
man.
before
That's
the fire. There we go.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
the
Oh,
fire
they
that
don't make them
just
like that anymore.
that's what my
no,
orchid has, the Swedish steel. It's super sick.
yeah. I know. I showed it to Matt Jensen, and he's like, that's a really rare
Yeah, like
sword.
It's
dude, yeah, that's one of the most desirable production katana out there.
Yeah.
100%.
He joked with me. He's like, if you ever wanted to sell it, you're probably
Yeah,
one of the few people who could probably make what you paid on it back,
Yeah.
if not more.
You could.
yeah, you could that for sure.
I've gotten a
Triple.
couple offers on that one already. Just in the just when I would cut with it. Anytime I cut with that sword, at least one comment in on the video is like, do you want to sell that?
If it were pre-legalization days, man, I'd be offering you like 3K for that right now.
Yeah, right. Wow.
That's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah,
Speaking
like
of
it's unique.
big thick ones though, this is my baby.
Ooh.
That's the Oni. It's kind of the same profile as the Bugay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's got that like lobster thing. It's sick.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
It-
ridged, right? Like for extra grip.
Yeah, it is.
That's
But
nice.
it's the L6, which is weird.
Oh, they're using L6 in that one. Is
Not
that a
yeah.
anymore.
Harley's
nickel?
got a few A6 models. Yeah,
They've
probably
got
not
yeah,
anymore because they cut down.
yeah. It's definitely like so. History, Matt Jensen wise, he reviewed this thing twice,
Yeah,
and it was garbage, like absolute
shit on a
garbage.
bottleneck.
And this thing has been absolutely perfect. Like I've had zero issues. The edge came razor sharp. The Ito doesn't move at all. Like I don't know. So I think after they got clowned on for 2 videos, Hanwei went, we should make that Oni a little better. But no one ever bought it because they were too scared to buy it after he gave it such a bad review.
Yeah,
So
and like
I was like,
yeah, go ahead.
I have to at least try it out. Worst comes to worst, I'll just have a lemon. But it ended up being one of my favorite ones I have because it's just so weird. It's lighter than it looks. It's 3.5 pounds. Doesn't feel like it. It's tapered at the end. It's got a razor keen edge, and it's got this really crazy looking just vibe to it.
Like that's the
That's
thing about the
nice.
production sword, like the Japanese stuff. That dawned on me when my dad got the same Shadow Dancer I did. That it's a completely different sword, but it's the same exact model, and like to get the same exact blade, like the same exact thickness and everything, like
It's
to make
impossible. Yeah.
yeah. So like even in the same series, the same model of the same katana, if you get 2 of them, they're gonna feel completely different.
Especially if you're forging it the way they do, like clay tempering and stuff. It's going
Yeah.
to just be different.
Hmm.
Like it will.
Well, you can't unless you can mathematically put the exact amount of clay on every time. It's going to cool differently in the
Yeah, and they're
quench.
probably
Yeah.
doing them in batches
Now
of
it
like
might be
50 or
small
100
amount,
too.
but
Right.
yeah. Now they're not. Well, yeah. Obviously, if they're differential, they're not. Are they CNCing them? Do you guys know if they kind of do? I know like Albion does that. There's very few that don't use CNC machines to stamp stuff out. And actually, you know, we were talking about this Shadow Dancer that I have right here, which is going to Eric after this show. This is my Moroha Kasaki Zakuri, or Kasaki Moroha Zakuri, and I need to oil it up again. One
Whoa.
of the
You
things
call
that,
it Maroha Zakuri.
yeah, one of the things that I find interesting is I believe they stamp these out in a CNC machine, and the reason why I say that is because I believe this is probably they used a blank for this one that is the same as the what is it Unokubi Zakuri. It has that same back edge, which like I was talking to before, and I think they just cut the tip off and shape it to look like the
This
Moroha.
is their Nagamaki Zakuri in quotation marks because that's not a thing. And like, I can see what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I know I've seen the Space Ghost has an Unakubi, and like, yeah, like,
It has the well, I have an Unokubi from Bugay as well, their Raptor series, and
oh
this
yeah, those
back
things
part.
are monster.
Oh
Look at
yeah,
Those things are different. They're not even
that's
like
like
the
an
same.
Unakubi on steroids. That's don't think that's how
That's
like all
that's
Unakubis are because yeah,
that's
that's
closer
like
to that's
Inception.
closer to like a naginata, but in a
Yeah,
katana, because it's got a big, thick kind of dowel blade.
yeah. It's just
yeah,
again
Unakubi
I
should be
don't,
light and fast.
Yeah.
and they are. I mean, this one is. I just this is my personal speculation. What Shadow Dancer does is they have multiple blade blanks, especially for this because this is a stainless steel or not stainless. Sorry, spring steel. The 8160 or whatever, because this is the only one that they offered in the light version that allowed you to do anything normal than the standard Shinogi Zakuri style geometry. And
Yeah,
I wanted something different. So I'm
right.
thinking what they do is they use a CNC machine and they stamp out blade blanks essentially, and then they'll shape them. So this would have been in the same batch as the Unakubis, and but all they do is they cut the tip off and round it to make it look
So
like.
are
That
you
would
trying
make
to?
sense because, like, I mean, I own a mess of Shadow Dancers and a couple Z-Says, and it's obvious that the same hand did the Tsukamaki on every single one of them. Like, all the diamonds have the same anomalies. Like, you can tell it's obvious. And you look I think what they're going for is like a standardization almost because, like, I know they sell Suka and
Sure.
stuff separately. And I look at all the ones I own, and like theoretically, I could swap the Sukas around if I wanted to. I might have to file it a little bit, but like I think that's what they're going, and there might be some truth to that. Like I don't know how like mass producing Japanese swords works, but especially in China. But yeah, I that very well might be.
Well, with 8160 spring steel, it would be a lot easier, at least for this particular one. And maybe that's one of the reasons
Yeah,
why in their light model or their Shadow Dancer light option, the
yeah.
only option that allows you to do something other than Shinogi is
Right.
the 8160.
Yeah,
That would
because in
make
Because
the
they,
pro
sense.
you can get like you can get a differentially hardened in any geometry. Because I made so many like just priced it out and stuff, and like if you do the pro one, you could get Unikubi or Maroha or whatever clay tempered.
and Space Ghost says, Shadow Dancer is the company to beat right now. They keep upping the quality for the price and self award. So, like, I even said that when I did my review with Jarek. I know you watched that one. Even at the end, when I talked about like my final thoughts, I said how I had gotten laid off, and it was longer than I wanted to. I felt weird taking a review sample if I wasn't going to do a review right away, and I didn't know when I was going to be able to do it. So I offered to pay for it. And they were like, no, you're still going to do it, which was really cool of them, by the way. But
Yeah, Shadow Dancer has been generous.
yeah, they're like, no, we want you to do it. We didn't put a time limit on it. You do
Yeah.
it when you got time. Very, very and I was very happy about that. But I really even said in the video that sort of showed how much even not as a Japanese sword guy, I valued this sword. It was $500 on the dot. I was like, yep, I buy it. Done. You know, like it wasn't even a question. I probably would have, despite the ethics beside it, it probably would have hurt a little bit more if I didn't like the sword. But I was quick to go, yeah, I'd buy it. Yeah, because it was.
Oh yeah, they hooked
that
me
good
up
of a
with
sword.
like freaking 5 or 7 review samples, and like if I still had money like that, I would have bought those at that price, no hesitation. Like the quality that they can put into a sub $500 sword, you'd be hard pressed to find in like $1,000 sword from other companies.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
I rated it a 4 out of 5 on mine, and only because I was disappointed that the back end was dull. Like I was running my hand up and down, and wouldn't do
Yeah,
anything.
I bet
And-
you money that they do it dull so that people don't fucking kill, like hurt their
yeah,
hands.
because like in Japanese swordsmanship, when you go to return the blade to the saya, you're always running it along your palm and like that webbing between your thumb and your forefinger before it goes in there. And that's why I've always been hesitant to get a Maroha, because I think I'd space out and have it on my fucking waist and then do that and sever my freaking thumb.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's. Did you guys see the one Daltrex? I think he got it was a Shobu, but the back edge was sharp all the way down.
No, Matt
I
Jensen
want it.
had one of those too.
Yeah, that's the
it's
scariest
from
thing
the
ever. Like
Hanban Forge. Yeah, that
all
sounds dangerous.
some kid's gonna hurt himself thinking he's able to
For
do like
example,
a
when I touch
Noto.
up, when I touch up the back of that sword and cut with it, like I am not going to be wearing the saya on my belt at all, like because
No, it's too scary.
I will face out and I'll do that, and yeah, dude.
Well, because Noto becomes muscle memory, and if you're not thinking, it's too easy.
Mhm.
Like,
Maybe that's why I was more disappointed. I do European swords with both sides sharp
so it
anyway.
ain't no
You don't
big
do
deal.
that thing. Yeah,
No.
no.
Oh, the first time I ever cleaned the first freaking Euro I ever got, I almost got myself real good. Like freaking, probably should have got stitches, one of them where you glue it up, but you should have went type of things.
I see Steven, he says, hey, from Australia. He goes, looking at the Shadow Dancer website now, I'm going to need another sword rack. Yeah, me too.
Dude, they have freaking dozens I would want. Yeah.
They have a bunch that they normally do, but this is not. I already did my sponsored video, so this isn't sponsored from them. But I would heartily recommend their customized builder. They let you customize it. It's really nice to get something. Now, if you look on their site and see something that automatically speaks
my
to
dream
you,
is that Silver Wave Katata Uchi, man. That's like my dream from them, man. It's
that thing is sick.
Though. Yeah.
That thing is super sick. You're talking about the one with the small handle, right?
Yeah, it's like like 23 or 26-inch blade, a little shorter for one hand. Like it just sounds.
I think it's rad.
Yeah, dude, that would be the perfect kitchen sword.
I will say, if you don't follow the Shadow Dancer YouTube, it's like sword porn because they release, like those little videos every time they do a new build, and you just like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one.
Literally.
Do you know what's up? Like, anybody know what's up with them and Zisei? Because like I noticed they're kind of like making the Zisei less prominent, and like it's obvious that they're the same company, and like freaking. Like, I'm thinking that they're trying to shift the pro to be more of the Zisei stuff and the light to be more of the Shadow Dancer. I don't know.
Well, see,
but, like, was it
the Shadow Dancer on Swordus? I don't even see Zisei anymore. It's Shadow Dancer Pro and Shadow Dancer Light now.
Yeah, they don't have the customizer. Yeah, I noticed that. They still have a few Ziseis in stock, but like, I'm wondering what they're doing with that. If
Might have just been a contract negotiation. Really, if you really want to talk about it business-wise, I don't know if Zisei, I've heard of them before, but I have a feeling that Shadow Dancer probably just offered better, return, better deal, and
I think they're just two brands from the same place.
Yeah, they're the same. They have to be the same because, like, if I throw the Ziseis next to all my Shadow Dancer, the same hand did the Tsukumaki on those.
100%.
It's
kind of like Dragon King and Hanwei and Bouquet. All three of those are the same. Like,
gotcha.
You look at the way they do T10, their polish, their Tsukumaki, the Tsuka shaping, all of it's the same across the board, and you just get different levels of different things for different prices. And some of it doesn't make any sense. You can spend like $2,000 on a Hanwei that is horrible, and then you spend $2,000 on another one and it's perfect. So it doesn't make sense. But it seems like with Shadow Dancer, the pay scales properly. Like you pay for sick polishes that are like expert level when you spend a bunch of money on it. But you can get an insane sword for 300 from them. It's insane.
I see Gargoyle's Blade saying he hasn't seen anything from Zisei anymore. I will note one thing, which I think why Shadow Dancer, what they do, and why I think so many of their swords come out so well, is because you ever notice they send pictures of every sword they do?
Yeah.
Like, before they send it to you?
Hella companies do that, though. Sword,
that's their standard, yeah. Yeah, any of the drop-down forges would do that, yeah. You gotta approve it and stuff, usually.
That's new to me. Like, that's not something most... I did not get a picture of any of my Albions before they sent it, and my Albions are expensive.
On them Albions.
Well, maybe that's because those are more standardized, like, maybe with the customization ones.
Well, like CNC machine those, yeah.
Are those more, like, custom from a single forger that you know who is doing it?
They were all... Well, they were designed by Peter Johnson. If you don't know who that is, he's a really famous smith.
Yeah,
this dude is fantastic.
Really good designer.
He actually designed all the House of Dragon swords. If you guys didn't know, for the HBO thing, they contacted him. So,
that's cool.
Dark Sister and stuff. Obviously, they're like fantasized ones, but he designed them. They contacted him to design them. He does amazing work. Like, absolutely gorgeous work. But he designed all of them, and he obviously was one of the people who was able to go back into the museums and hold the artifact pieces and took detailed measurements. And so he's a very famous smith. That's cool. He designed all of it, provided all the specs for how everything was supposed to be to Albion. And Albion uses like a CNC machine to match those specs pretty much perfectly. Now they have, obviously there's grind work that needs to be done afterwards, and they work on that. But most Albions, there's slight variances, but it's very little. It's pretty much always just very close to spec.
It's like as close to custom as a production sword can get, I would say.
For Euros?
Yeah,
for Euros. See, Euros are difficult because you can't customize the way you do with Katana. And I know if you change the Suba around, like, it can affect balance. I've heard that, but probably not quite as much as a crossguard will with a sword. There's so much that goes into it. If you change out the dynamics, like the crossguard and the pummel on a European sword, it could throw it off completely if you weren't building the sword with that in mind. So there's a lot of weird stuff. So most European swords aren't customized quite the same way. No, but where we do get fancy is
dude, you blew me away,
like
with your knowledge of all the types and stuff, man. Like all of how you and Tone Deaf know every Japanese name for everything on a katana. Like, I bet you can rattle off all the freaking identify out of a lineup the types of swords and shit.
Oh, probably. So this is from Andy Suna. He actually tooled in my logo for this thing.
Awesome. Nice.
I know it's dark in my room at the moment, so it's kind of hard to see, but he did this beautiful pattern on this thing. And this one's pretty...
That is nice.
I like how he did with this burgundy red. And this is pretty much a very low... I'm not a big ostentatious kind of dude.
I like subtle stuff.
Yeah, same usually. I'm not into like gold fittings and stuff like that.
No. There's a friend of mine who's going to be starting his YouTube channel soon to do sword reviews, so... I'll give him a shout out when he does that. But he got one done by Andy Sunda as well. But he did like a medieval. You ever see those medieval ones with like the animals like shooting the bows and arrows? So he has one with like a rabbit doing that. It looks sick, dude. It looks amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, we can go off on that. But yeah, no, I've been focusing on European swords for past few years, obviously, and. So it's been a while. But when Shadow Dancer reached out and asked if I would want to do the Shadow Dancer, I was like, I honestly was. I was kind of like, there's better people to do this.
Yeah, I'd love to do that, Shadow Dancer.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I don't have the
Yeah.
same pull anymore, dude. I used to have like 1,600 subs, but then they deleted me. So like now I'm like freaking back to like really begging for swords.
Well,
Free
that's
Eric
why.
Hussein.
Yeah, free Eric Hussein. Please go and subscribe to
Dude,
him
I
right
didn't do
now. Let's get him
nothing
back up
anybody
there.
else didn't do except like a couple cuts that I've seen nobody else do. Like I don't understand what happened, and every avenue of freaking appeal was a dead end. Like
No,
it was,
YouTube's
pissed.
cooked, bro. When they decide to kill your channel, it's over.
If you're not a million plus follower channel, you got no support anyway. Like,
And I mean, dude, that was like almost 10 years of like me going from not being able to cut my way out of a wet paper bag to like being an expert trick cutter and like all gone. Like, oh man, I was pissed that day.
When that happened, I went through and I like started archiving my videos because I've got ones like you said, like 15 years of YouTube videos, just of
I
other random
recommend
shit.
anybody. Yeah, like you always
Back it
make sure
up.
you hit record, back up your shit because like at any day you could wake up and it's just gone. And like I mean, there's
It's
so
all
many,
digital. Yeah.
like, dude, I have videos of turtles banging in the freaking creek, like all kinds of crazy shit. And it's just gone. Stories of getting stuck in a tree, like
I've got videos of me and my buddies being like 13 doing stuff in like woods and stuff, and like I don't want that to go away. It's so funny. Like they literally tell me, they're like, hey, those are like home videos to us, like don't ever delete your channel. I'm like, okay, well hopefully YouTube never gets rid of it because I'm running around with sharp knives in my backyard.
I back all myself up to a NAS.
I think it'll be all right.
I wish I would have had video for me when I was a kid. I'm obviously much older. I remember doing jousting on bicycles using. Cause I grew up in a very rural area. When the corn got done, there were all these corn stalks still left over, and they were kind of hard. We jousted with them.
That's like doable. Like freaking. That sounds like fun, man.
Oh yeah, it was fun until you got down to like the last foot or so, and then it gets really, really hard.
Eric, we're the same age. That's crazy.
No doubt. Nice.
That's tight.
I always thought about like cutting corn stalks would be good too. Maybe get like a bundle of them. Like that would that might actually be a viable target.
Like,
you know who just cuts like natural stuff is Champ Archer. Have you ever seen him go and cut banana trees like in the jungle?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I wish I lived in the jungle.
I'm so jealous of his like area he's in because he just goes out and just. Yeah. It's like, dude.
Yeah, man, freaking Backyard Samurai, the one hurricane, somebody must have had one in their backyard and it blew into his and he got to cut it and it was freaking crazy, man. Like, I need a fucking banana plantation somewhere nearby.
They seem like
has the same consistency as bamboo does, just softer.
Really?
It's, like the same hollow inside. Yeah, it's like little nodules halfway down.
Like, I don't know, man. Like freaking, yeah.
Same way bamboo, you know how bamboo has those little knobs on it and it's hard but then it's hollow. Right. That's how corn stalks are. Same way.
That's cool.
Yeah, those would probably work to cut. All right, we're gonna try something this fall. Go rock. Like I don't live. Like I mean, there's some cornfields like 10, 15 miles that way. I'm just gonna.
I got some too. We'll see.
All of a sudden, we'll see on the news. This is a weird crop circle. It looks like normally they're bent over. Now they're all cut. Perfect circle.
They're appearing everywhere. Yo, dude, let's conspire to do that.
That'd be crazy. They'd be like,
just stand in the middle of a cornfield, spin in a circle, and they all fall perfectly. Just round circles of cut corn.
Bro, those farmers would be so mad.
We'll find the Monsanto farms and just do it to them.
That's funny. That's really funny. But yeah, corn would be fun to cut. Yeah, I can see that because it would be easy. It would be a lot easier, so you could really practice getting your edge alignment without worrying about damaging any of your swords.
We have this stuff called. No, go ahead.
No, go. I wasn't going to say anything.
I was gonna say we have this stuff called false bamboo. Like it looks kind of like bamboo, but whereas bamboo is like woody, this is like planty, and like you can harvest it, and it's really fun to cut. But like it gums your blade up something fierce, and like you're using freaking like flits or something after that. It's gonna be so bad, but they're really fun to cut, and like I imagine that's exactly what bamboo is like, but this is like the plant-like equivalent of it instead of like being woody like bamboo. Freaking, but yeah, man, that's like all we got up here. Like, but I've been there. I've never had a sword on me, but I went through the fields of it, like hacking it down with a pocket knife, and I could just imagine being in a cornfield with a sword, man.
That'd be
That's
fun.
so funny. I have
So
black bamboo in my backyard, but not the big thick bamboo. It's the small stuff. The like
Yeah, there was this catalog I got a while back where they had like northern climate bamboo and a banana tree, a non-edible decorative banana tree, and I was thinking about getting it, but I freaking lost the catalog and haven't thought to Google it, and don't have the money to burn on shit like that no more.
yeah, right. I'm with you on that one. So Gargoyle Blade brings up. Have you ever heard of a company called Swati
yes.
that does
Um,
swords,
Yeah,
katanas
I've handled
specifically?
one of their freaking Michonne katana. Freaking, like they remind me kind of like a Bohaiu. Like, I mean, they're all right. Like, I'm sure. Like, well, as long as the Ito's alternating, I'm sure they're good. And the blades are probably great, even if the sukas and fittings are garbage. But like, you can get a really good T10 blade now for like under $100. Like. And I mean, they got quite a few decent ones on there. Like, I mean, I don't
So
see any
so
for the price,
Wadi's
they're decent.
so Wadi's got really unique handle wrappings, and I
Hmm.
bought two of theirs early on because they were 150 each. So like you
Mm.
cannot beat the price. They're like an Amazon brand, but they definitely are good. Their blades are really thick though, and the two that I had, like I like a big, thick, heavy blade, but if it's not long, it feels like it doesn't make sense. Like to have a short, small, heavy blade feels just kind of like, I don't know, counterintuitive to me. So I ended up gifting those to a couple different people, but they were really fun to use because of the handle. They just were a little bit too like thick for my liking because of the
And see,
size. If they were 35 inches and thick and heavy, I'd be like, sick, that's perfect. But
the
Well,
one
yeah.
I handled was different. Like the blade, like it was really nicely balanced, and like the blade looked freaking great, and like just the Tsukamaki and the fittings were just like, just I mean, on top of being like the Michonne like Walking Dead stuff or whatever, like not traditional, like it was just really
Oh,
poorly
that
done,
makes sense.
super loose.
The
But the
ones I
blade, I
got,
mean, even the
yeah,
Timu Michonne I got was decent.
the ones I got had the really unique, like thin, um, Jabramaki or whatever it's called, and
hmm
Oh, no
they were
shit.
those were done really differently, and then the other ones were
Oh,
suede. So yeah, I think it depends on which one you pick, but I think I
yeah.
know which one you're talking about. It's the this you said it's the Walking Dead one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
But
makes
it's a
sense.
T10 blade, yeah.
Yeah, they're
And I didn't
definitely.
even
I
know
think
it
they're
was
a good.
Peabody until I saw the box that it came in. Like, freaking, it just was listed. And I was just looking for the Michonne one with the T10 blade. And then that popped up, and freaking, I ordered it. And it comes in this big Sawadi box. And, like,
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a
Well,
good
none of them
brand.
can beat my Cold Steel O Katana Warrior series for thickness. That
Ooh,
thing is
ooh.
massive.
Yo,
You
oh, I
have one of
sharpened
those?
one of those, yeah.
Those are sick, dude.
Even with the, do you have the Bohi one?
Yep.
Does it have the groove? Oh yeah, even with it, it don't help. Like I sharpened one with, and the dude sent it to me with no Koshi Ray, and even with no Koshi Ray, this thing was so poorly balanced, man. Oh man, it was like my
Oh, I'm
1796.
about to pull the muscle in my arm, pulling it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear goodness.
Jesus.
So it's
Yep,
got the
that's
thick.
a cold steel
Hold on,
warrior, all right.
you're ready. You're ready. Oh, I'm gonna flip it around. Hold on. Even better yet. So here's a iPhone case. See how thick it is for an AirPod.
Wow.
Like just in comparison with how thick that spine is, this thing is massive.
Yeah, I
Um,
think those are made by Huano Forge in China, and they clearly don't understand freaking katana blade dynamics
this one is
whatsoever.
also probably 20 years old, or pretty close.
Wow.
They don't even. If you look at the Warrior series now, they don't have this Suba anymore. This like dragon esque one. Their
Uh,
Warrior series is completely different um, than what this thing currently has. But yeah, it's. I mean, I like the Okasaki personally. I love that thing. I love
yeah.
swords that have that. But yeah, this thing is just a beast.
I
in
feel like
terms
I
of
would.
how
I
big
feel
it
like
is.
I'd like it. How long is it? Is it like 31 inches?
So you measure the blade from above
From the
the.
back right here, from where the habaki meets the steel of the blade to the tip of the
Gotcha.
kasaki.
I actually have this right here, so I can
Uh,
figure it. It's probably easier if I just put it down here on the ground. All right.
That's what always throws you off when you're ordering stuff too, because like, is the company measuring properly? Like, and
Yeah,
like,
they'll
especially,
say like 30 inches, and it will be 28-inch blade. You're like,
yeah,
sweet.
right, yeah. And the point of balance too, like that's very important for katana. And like, so are they measuring it properly, or you never know?
Right, and I just assume it's not gonna be right.
Yeah,
Probably not. Ugh.
yeah. Specs on katana are, yeah, that's yeah,
They're all
totally
over the
different.
place.
Yeah. You get the like Matt Jensen always said with his bamboo mat. Like he's like, I got the one that I loved, and I got a bunch of different bamboo mats
Yeah,
after it. To
he
find
shows
one
like
like it.
3 different ones, and the stories are like all over the place. Like
Yeah.
34 and a
crazy.
half.
Ooh, that's all. That's right in your freaking
Ooh,
wheelhouse.
yeah, it is. I like that. 34 inches,
34 and a half.
perfect. 34 inches is a normal size katana to me. Like that feels like a normal sword.
This isn't normal.
Not the size, but the length.
Yeah, that ain't normal. That ain't normal. It's huge.
I,
Yeah.
34 inches. That's a good size. That's kind of more to me like what they probably used to
Don't
all.
short it. It's
I'll be like,
34 and a half. Don't you short it.
35
that's
is
crazy.
the ground.
How long have you had that one? You said it's an old one, right? Or
Yeah,
did you just pick it up?
almost 20 years.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's actually probably my first real sword that I ever bought.
Wow.
That wasn't like a stainless wall hanger or something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like I think that's responsible for turning a lot of guys off to katana too, because a lot of
Yeah.
people do like their first cold steel and think that's what all katana are like, and then
And their
like,
arms hurt and shit, and they're like,
yeah,
oh, what the heck?
uh-huh.
well,
Like,
I was. All right, so I love Sephiroth as most people do who played any Final Fantasy game. So that I wanted the longest sword possible, so that's why I bought the Katana.
That's awesome.
But I realized I am not Sephiroth, and I am not able to use that thing. Yeah, it was quite heavy, quite heavy. Hey, Gargoyle, thanks for staying with us, buddy. You have a good
I got a
night.
Hanwei Claymore. That's my heaviest. Like I'm still working on getting a good, nice edge on it, but once I do, that's gonna be fun. That thing's like 5 pounds. It's a
That's
monster.
awesome.
Oh my goodness, that is so heavy. Like even Zweihanders were only just above that, 5, 6.
I have
Some were up to 8 pounds, but those were
my
odd.
Nodachi's 5.5, like the one from Hanban. The big red one that's thick. That one is
Yeah, that's a lot of real
5.
estate, though. That makes sense.
It makes more sense when it's longer for it to be that weight. But what's crazy is I have ones that are 48 inches that are only 3 pounds.
Hold my baby right here, which
And
is
like
3.14 pounds, and is, let's see, how long is the blade on this one? I have to look at this one now. I gotta do the math. Ugh, doing the math.
I gotta. While you're doing the math, I'll
It
show
is
off my.
a 36-inch long blade.
nice.
3.5 pounds.
That's tight.
But the balance point, I mean, like that's got to be like freaking whipping a broomstick around, man. Like that's got to feel super light in
That's
hand.
crazy.
This
You're
thing,
not getting a point of balance like that on a Nodachi. Not ever. It's
yeah,
like
it's an
7
inch and a
inches
half
from the
on this
Hibachi.
one. Right here is where my point of balance is on this sword.
Yeah, that's got to be a fun one.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Actually, that's what I tell people though. Is they'll be like, "Oh, well, Euro swords are so heavy." I'm like, "No, they're not.
No.
They're the most balanced thing. They perfected the hell out of them."
Yeah, definitely. So that's why I'm like, this thing weighs like 2 pounds less than your Nodachi does.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, it's
The Nodachi is fun though. That one was a custom, and I told them make it as like put a huge curve on it, and they're like okay. And then like it took me a solid 2 months to figure out how to cut with it because the curve was so extreme that you like I'd go to cut and the whole
Yeah.
thing would bend because of how much weight was going behind it. So it ended up really forcing me to like use my legs way more.
Yeah,
And
that's what I found with the Tachi. Like, it's you got to cut totally different
you
body
gotta cut
mechanics.
with your center. You have to cut with
Yeah.
your center
Yeah.
completely, or you're not doing it right. And it's honestly more close to kind of like older Japan martial arts anyway, because like
Yeah.
it's all kind of judo or not judo. Like it's all just like mass moving rather than like your
Mhm.
arms moving it. So it ends
Right.
up being
Yeah.
like better for you because you're not straining your whole body to move it, but it's
Right.
a learning
Yeah.
curve.
that's
And
sort
Yeah.
of like with Zweihander's Montante style, like where you're using the momentum of the sword to get it where you want it to go. You are
Montande's, it's funny though because people who are users of those will pick up a Nodachi and be like, "This is trash because I can't whip it around." It's like, well, yeah, it's not the same. It has
yeah.
single edge and it's this curved. It's not gonna. You're not gonna be able to just like those Montande people can do because they have both edges and they have the massive amount of counterbalance that the Nodachis just don't have. And the
Right.
Nodachis were from what I've understood, they were horseback weapons, and the Montandes and the Zvais looked like they were more crowd control weapons
They
in
were.
their
Like
application. So
animations.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I feel like people compare them, but they're not the same at all. Same with longsword katana, not the same. Not the
No.
same usage, not the same look, not the same application, like at all.
And you hit your head with the thing, man. Like, dude,
Oh yeah, no,
Right.
that again. That's why Uberhow is to the side,
Makes
not
sense.
straight above. Uberhow's to the side. There are I can't think of any.
There's so
sword
many
strikes.
katana stances like this because of the helmets. They'll hold them up and behind. And that's like a huge common thing from older styles where it'll be behind so that they don't hit their helmet.
Those helmets are awesome. Like I
Oh.
don't care. They're
Yeah, I want one with
fantastic.
like the deer horns, man. Like freaking like blacked
I've
out
s-
suit armor.
I've seen
Kinda-
ones where they're like a whole beetle on their head. It looks so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's dope. Or centipedes. They got like centipedes all over them.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah.
Now that's something that's interesting because in most Japanese mythology, if I recall correctly, most centipedes are often related to like demonic activity. If you want to throw it in that, or more very dark context from what I've seen. Is
I
that
don't
true,
know.
or do you guys know?
I bet gargoyles knows, but like I think I might have seen a centipede manuki or something once. I don't know if it was antique or modern, but like I want to say I seen some katana fittings somewhere with the centipede on it, but like
I feel like
was
I've seen
very,
centipede
like, once-
demons and things like that, or
Yeah.
orrery that look like
You might
centipedes.
also be thinking of Sekiro. If you play that game, the monks.
Well, I
the
have
monks,
played that game, but
that's like a mythology thing that giant centipedes are deities and they're like they could be a negative or positive presence. So I think you're right on. I think that they're considered well, I think every animal in old Japanese folklore is considered a deity. Like even
Yeah.
frogs. There's tons of samurais that had frog stuff all over them. They're about that. Like
all the frogs.
There's a
Frog life.
Conway frog themed katana.
I love that one. That thing's cool. You know anyone who has it? I've always wanted to see it used. Nobody used it. It's got the Swedish powder steel. Like
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a review on it. Like that's one of the few that yeah.
it's
I
just
don't
it's a
think I've
sick
ever seen
sword.
anything.
It's
I
got
think
like
I'm
the
gonna have
white
to-
and blue.
SPG, there might be something. It might be. There might be like one like dude
Like a
writing
written
an article
one,
like
yeah.
20 years ago or something. Yeah, but I've never seen it on video or anybody I know have one.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I had my eye on it, but I went for the orchid instead, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I bought this one because it's so light.
I think I'm gonna have to send this sword to one of you guys to do a review, since you'd probably do it better justice. I'm scared about sending it to Eric, though. I may never get it back. I'm just kidding, buddy.
What is it?
This is
Which
the
one?
Old Pine.
Oh. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that I would. Yeah, no, I wouldn't fucking do that to you, man.
No, I know
Oh,
that.
You
I'm
said-
just messing with
Yeah,
Send
you.
that
that.
to,
But seriously, if you guys want to do
Send
a
it to
review on it, I'll have
Ghost.
to send it to you. Ghost, yeah, Ghost.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro, that's
like,
his
I mean,
sword.
I want that sword, but like, I know he really wants that sword. Like, fuck it.
I have the Oni, and it's kind of the same thing, so I don't need it. I love the Bogey, but yeah.
Yeah,
No,
all
that's
of a
his,
sudden I send
Or
it to
like
Ghost
pass
the
it
next
around just
day.
to like get everybody's opinion on it, like or
that'd be
something.
cool. We could
Yeah,
do like our own perspective review of it.
I think I
Yeah,
should do that. You guys would do that sword way more justice than I would because I don't know enough about it anymore. So I'll have to pass it around to some people, let them
yeah,
look
man.
at
I'd
it.
fucking be more than willing to fucking handle that, and yeah, I'd obviously give it back. Like you can
Yeah,
ask anybody. My track
same.
record's
I know
impeccable,
I'm not worried about you, bud. I
and
was
I'm not
making
gonna
a
cut
joke
with it in
about
my kitchen
earlier.
Yeah, yeah, same. I'd go outside.
Love
in
my
the
tiger
yard
from
too.
Space
No
Ghost. Oh
driveway.
yeah, yeah. Did you? I see Space Ghost is here. This is the
Oh
old
yeah,
pine
yeah,
from
dude. Like 20 years ago or
before.
something.
Yeah, before the fire or whatever. So let's see if I can get the. I don't know if I can get it on here so you can see
Yeah,
it.
that's like the old pine, dude. Like fucking yeah, I was like, holy
There we
shit, when you
go.
whip that out.
Yeah,
That's
there you
like,
can see that
yeah,
one.
rare as all hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a crazy looking,
How's it
absolutely
feel in the
crazy,
hand? Like, is it pretty light? I'm not
very
light.
light.
Is it? That's so weird because it just looks like it wouldn't be. Like,
It's very light, very very light,
that's so cool.
Yeah, from
very
just
very
eyeing
light.
them online for so often. Like I know Carl's got one that's probably maybe that old, maybe a little bit younger. I don't know the exact age, but like just from reading the specs over and over and looking at them, I was expecting something so heavy. And like what I got handed, I was like, "Which sword is this?" He's like, "That's my Bugay." I'm like, "No way!"
Yeah,
And yeah, I was blown away.
that was
No,
how I
this
felt with the Koi and the Oni. Is I was expecting a crowbars and they were like nimble and like
well,
it's
part of
interesting.
this is because I had to measure it. I went with the 14-inch Suka.
It balances it
That'll
out.
balance it
Yeah,
out. Yeah,
That's
so
what these
yeah,
are too. Yeah.
yeah. Now Space Ghost is really wants that shit.
14. Space Ghost is over there, getting all hot and bothered. Getting all hot and bothered with that one. Yeah, no, that's probably not. That was not my. That was probably the third katana I bought. I bought the Shobu one.
Now,
No, that was the second. Then I bought the
now
Shobu
if
afterwards.
you wanna trade around the Shobu, I would definitely try that one out. That
You
thing
try
is
the.
sick. Yeah,
This
that thing
thing
is
is
sick.
so
Let's see
thin.
the tip on that, like the
Yeah,
tip of the
please,
Versace, like really up close.
because that's
Oh, let me.
important with that kind of sword.
Yeah. All right. Does the
It looks like it,
yeah, yeah. Okay. So like there's the ridge on the back. Does that ridge go all the way to the center of the Kasaki? Like the tip
like
of the
the
sword?
tip.
No, hold on. Let me see.
You know, I'm gonna go get
Here's
my
where
Chinese because that thing has this
here's where the
crazy
ridge
one.
sort of ends because it
One
actually
sec.
follows
Okay.
from right here and then
All right.
curves right here to the tip right here.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's how my Phelan Shogu is too, and he's gonna like yeah, but that's still freaking that's a kick-ass sword, freaking. It's like a pet peeve of companies, and like that other company you were saying, they gave out a Shobuzakuri that was like some double-edged like death
Yeah,
machine, like because on my where is it? I got the Phelan Hilo Shobuzakuri katana, and it's the same way. The
yep,
freaking ridge goes right off of it. The one he's gonna show is like how it should be. I
I don't know.
yep. Yours is done exactly the same way as this one
think.
is. Absolutely the
Here, I'll
same
show you
way.
this one.
Yeah, now look at this one. This one's gonna be like this is the way they should be.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, where it literally goes to the
Yeah.
tip
It's hard to
itself.
see,
Yeah.
but you
No,
can
I
see
see
how
it.
it's got like that the whole thing pulls back.
Yep. Yep.
This is such a
Whereas,
cool one.
yeah, whereas these ones are more like a Shinogi Zakuri where they just didn't put a
They
Yokote
just
on
didn't
them.
put it there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that one's like This is like half-ass in it, and that's like full-ass in it there. Not that this isn't a
This
great sword, but
this
Eric,
one's
there's
cool
a
too because it's 9260 spring steel, like with the
Mhm.
plastic mixed in or something. It's or not plastic. It's got like a weird. I forget what he said it is, but like you can look at their site and it tells you. But it's
yeah.
got an actual. It's not a real hamon, but the hamon is fake and doesn't look
oh, the
fake.
Chinesh
Like it's
one,
hard to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to
I remember
explain, but
those.
it looks like a real hamon, but it's
Yeah,
not.
do you know what was the model name on that? I used to remember looking
Uh,
at those.
I
Fuck.
don't remember. I'd have to look online, but
I can picture their website too, because like
I'm
I
pretty sure
almost bought
Steve.
one
I'm
of
pretty
those
sure
a million
Steve.
times. Yeah,
Yeah,
Steve.
I'm pretty sure Steve sent me the link like on Reddit, so I could find it. But
Yeah, no big deal,
it's a
man.
it's a fucking awesome sword, and the handle's nice too. It's a nice small one.
Yeah. So Samurai Bird in chat says, Eric, I'll trade you your Fei Long for my Shadow Dancer bamboo mat. Recently rewrapped battle wrap with real
Yeah, I
leather.
can't do that, man. The Phelan was a gift from Carl, dude. Fucking definitely can't part with that one.
I was saying, who else was it? Someone else had. No, it was you. We were talking about the Fei Long that Carl put out, and he keeps wanting to see it. Or maybe it
Oh,
wasn't you.
the Kotai, maybe?
No, maybe it wasn't you. Who was I just talking about in now it's going to drive me nuts. Essentially, Carl gave one of them to somebody
Oh,
else
armored
as well.
sweatpants.
Yeah,
The armored
Yes, armored
sweatpants, dude. Yeah,
sweatpants.
fucking the wizard, man. Freaking yeah.
Spoiler alert. He's coming on one of these here, probably
Oh
next
yeah,
week.
he's a good dude, man. I know
He's
him very
awesome.
well.
Yeah, and also Nerdy Metal Dude is coming on
Oh,
one
yo,
too.
dude,
We're
you
gonna
gotta
get
get
those two
yo,
together.
get
fuck
freaking
yeah,
sweatpants and nerdy metal dude at the same time. That'll be
No,
a good one.
that's the point. Yeah, I got
that's
their phone
great.
number, so those two are coming on the next one, I think. So that'll be fun. Just to have those two on there to talk about different
Yeah,
stuff
I
too.
like
But
nerdy metal dude a lot because, like me, like you can put any sword in his hand and he's gonna be able to make it work and cut
I've seen
doubles and do all kinds of
katana
crazy
in one
shit.
hand, side sword on the
Yeah.
other. Dude's
Mm-hmm.
nuts. He had a cutlass earlier
He's like
he
a
was
Dark
cutting
Souls
with.
character. He's just him and Tempest Blade. Those two can pull off
Tempest is
anything.
good, yeah.
Tempest
Tempest
is
is great.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He'll just
Tempest has been on here a bunch, but I
yeah,
watch his stuff and I'm just like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think we have the same body. Mine don't move like that. Oh man, yeah, good times there. So another question for you guys, because this is one that's obviously back in the day. I'm aging myself here a little bit. I know there weren't as many sword producers. Cold Steel was one. Bugay was the high end for Japanese swords back in the day. At least repos. I'm not talking about customs. There was like Walter Sorrells and stuff who could
Yeah,
make you
right.
custom stuff. But at that point, you're
Yeah,
dishing
yeah.
out the money for those. So I never count custom guys, even when I talk Euro swords. I'll talk reproductions. But if someone goes, what about custom stuff? I'm like, oh, I can tell you, you can check out these guys, Matusa Sawowski, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I probably butchered it horribly. But you're thousands of dollars for his stuff.
well, you're
It's
paying the same
amazing
amount
work.
as a smith in Japan. Like you're paying a lot because it's a one smith doing one
Right.
work for you. It's
Right.
like
Absolutely. And they'll do what you want. And they do amazing work. But I always feel bad because I've seen a couple people who got those swords, but they never want to use them because they don't want to damage them, for like customs and stuff. But
There's a custom James Raw that's been very used.
oh my.
that's
It's got like
amazing.
a 26 and 3/4 inch blade, freaking all custom fittings, fucking very nice,
That's
freaking.
incredible.
Dude.
Who wrapped
I
that
got a
one?
Wakizashi that I got to get done up to match. I want to get this one redone, and I got a Wakizashi that I got to get fittings for to get to match. But down the road, like that's one of my projects.
So the question I was going to ask was, like I said, I was trying to do this big preamble, but I almost lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Because I'm old,
Yeah.
Back in the day, there weren't that many Cold Steel.
Yeah.
Not LK Chen. I was thinking he's sort of newer. Paul Chen, like he was one,
Oh yeah,
and then
Hanwei.
yeah, Hanwei, Paul Chen, and Bugay and Cold Steel were pretty much the only ones that I really knew about. But we got a whole bunch more coming out now.
Yeah.
If you guys were to highlight one of your favorites that does Japanese swords, what would you do? Maybe like a bigger one, because let's exclude Shadow Dancer because we like Shadow Dancer so
Yeah.
much. They do really good stuff. So let's exclude them only because it seems silly to even add them to the conversation because you would obviously pick them in most cases. I know.
Are you talking like back in the day, like Cult of Athena availability type, like
No,
that
I
kind
mean
of
like
bracket?
Are you talking modern, like
Jakku's
what we
one
have
I'm
now?
thinking. Yeah, like have you guys had any Jakku blades?
I do.
Yeah,
I
I
have
got
4.
I've only got one freaking, but that was a sword that like I really learned with. Like that was like the one that like I got my first double and like I had a lot of firsts with that sword and like for my first like year or two that was like my go-to. And Carl's got like a dozen of them that I've handled like freaking and they make a nice sword.
Okay.
Jakku for me is not a place I would go for customs anymore. I would go to Ryan Sword for like
Yeah.
real, like I
Yeah.
want this to be this way and I need it this thick. Ryan Sword, night and day, because they
Yeah.
actually enjoy making their custom blades. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys know this. I don't know if you know this guy. His name's Kishu. He does
Yeah,
bigger
yeah, I
swords
know
than
him.
me.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
bigger Nodachi than I do. But he's
Uh,
worked with Ryan Sword
he
and
has
he's got
the Bleach character on his thing, right?
yes, yeah.
Oh,
He
I love
has
that dude. He does
he's
Zweihander
the
too.
homie. Yes, he lives in Germany doing crazy stuff, but he's always got crazy customs that he orders. So if you're gonna
Yeah.
go for like custom swords, Ryan Sword is the way to go. I have my eye on one that he customized. It's like this thick of a Nodachi that's like 50 inches long, and I want to buy that because it's sick. But
yeah,
I
Ryan
would.
sword. Yeah,
They're
dude.
sick.
12-inch Suka, 29-inch blade, raised skin Saya, and the balance on this is just like phenomenal.
Insane.
Like these are not my specs at all, and I got a static on an empty bottle just fucking around the one day. Like Ryan Sword's been knocking it out of the park lately.
They
Like and
also
like
do
you were saying, they were excited about it. Like they post about it
yeah.
on Facebook and stuff, and like we'll talk to you in the comments and shit.
And that's to me the difference between them and Shadow Dancer is with Shadow Dancer, I'm gonna buy it straight off the shelf and I'm gonna get whatever I see and just give that to me. But with Ryan Sword, it's like you can get really deep into the customization with them over email and they'll nail it and they'll change it too if you ask them, be like, hey, I don't like the way that looks, like please change it. They will. And they won't give you a bunch of like hate for it. But like Jakku and Hanban, they're kind of the same thing, but their strengths aren't really as strong in customizing. So it's kind of like, well, why go for them when?
Here's a good question in chat. GU says, so Ryan Sword can do a full 5 Saku blade? Saku? Is that how it's pronounced?
5 Shaku.
S-H-A-
I don't think they
Shaku.
can. I don't think they can do 5 Shaku if you want anything other than Spring Steel.
Yeah, I would imagine it'd probably have to be like some kind
It
of
has to be. It has to be. Go with 10. If you're gonna go with a big Nodachi to keep yourself safe, I would go with 1060. 1060 is underrated when it comes to longer swords. It holds a good edge. You can resharpen it easily, and it won't like snap in half on you at all. And I don't know. My big like I think I have a 4.5 Shaku 1060 blade that's from Hanban, but like I wish I would have gone with Ryan because I could have done more to it for less. Like they really don't charge you a lot for an extensive amount of customization.
I've heard
Jakku
that.
is not Jakku. Go for their stuff off the shelf. They've got weird like what you see is what you get swords that I've gotten. Like I got one that was like a full 3-tone polish. I got it for $100 because it was a custom that someone dropped. And so, like, Jakku is sick because you can find random stuff on their site for, like, ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
But then, like, Ryan Sword, they actually want to make the customs. I don't think Jakku has the manpower necessarily to get the custom you're going to want anymore. Like, I know they used to do them more, but I don't know if they necessarily do them as often, and it takes them twice as long. Like it can take 3 to 4 months. So
I don't even want to
Yeah,
hear it. I
that's a
wait 2
nice
years
work,
on my
yeah.
Albions.
4
yeah, I
years.
mean the Euro side is way worse.
Yeah, 3 months. Woo!
But people expect way quicker turnarounds with them sometimes, and it's just like, okay, well, you're asking for like insane amounts of customization, and they make so many swords.
Now,
It's like,
I've heard, and this is not meant to be a disrespect to Ryan Sword or anything like that, but I've just said I've heard, and this could be completely wrong, that their off-the-shelf stuff is not that great, but because they do customs, pretty much anything you want, and at such a ridiculously low price for a custom sword, that's where you go with Ryan's sword.
you
Is
just
that
have to
at
know
all
what you're
accurate?
looking for. You just have to know what you're actually buying. Because if you don't know anything at all about any steels or any kind of dimensions and you buy one of their off the shelf, it could just be that it's a really bad fit for you and you purchase like a folded steel, like red blade that looks like shit for $300. And that's your own fault. But I feel like with any of these places, you got to know what you're looking for and do a little bit of research because they all kind of sell the same thing off the shelf, but each of them offer kind of different fittings and different like polishes. And I would say Ryan Sword out of like Jakku, Hanbon, and Ryan Sword does the best polishes. Jakku and Hanbon have good polishes, but they're really hit or miss, and they're not as like consistent. Just from visually seeing what I
Right.
see Ryan Sword post, I think they kind of stepped their game up.
Yeah.
They from what
Oh yeah.
people who've
Well,
been in the game for a
yeah.
while told me is they used to be garbage. Like
Yeah, dude. That's like when I came in, like they were getting hate for having fake laminated blades and stuff, and
yeah,
now like they're pumping out like crazy good laminated stuff for like dojos and stuff, like freaking all
yeah.
kinds of good stuff. Yeah.
And maybe
I
that's
think
where I heard that before. Then maybe what I said had grain of truth, but it's 10
Yeah.
years old.
you
You
Yeah,
probably
know?
yeah,
did.
they've
Yeah.
really turned. Yeah, they've done a complete 180 in recent years. Yeah,
That's awesome. I love a good
and,
redemption arc, so that's
like
good.
the way that they post, like the way they post the customers' custom swords on Facebook is enthusiastic. Like they're happy, they're excited to do it. It seems
It's
like.
extra good marketing too, if that's your bread and butter. Is like if you're trying to promo yourself as like a good customization site, showing what you do is the best way to do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people do customs because they know it can make them some money. But like for instance, Shadow Dancer, they've literally said in their video, "Hey, this sucks. We hate doing this. Please stop sending us customs." And I think that's why they partnered with Sortis because Sortis literally helps bridge the gap and make it easier for them. But like in a video, one of the people was like, "It is way too hard to do this. Like, stop sending us custom emails because we hate this." And they like doing what like putting this thing on the shelf and saying, "Buy this," you know. So I think that's where Sortis came into play for them is they became kind of a middleman to be like,
Yeah,
hey,
that makes sense.
field all this through us, and then we'll send it to them. So there's a professional aspect to it.
Right.
So it's
Well, and they can
yeah,
also curate what, you're not going to have someone go, hey, I want you to drill holes every 3 feet, into the sword or something weird like that.
yeah,
No, this is the options you have. This is what you pick
right.
from. Here you go. You're not going to get a katana that somehow wraps around into a circle and then wraps around. Yeah, I'm just making stuff up now, but I'm sure they've gotten weird emails like that.
Oh yeah,
So,
people are going. Yeah, yeah.
Ryan Sword has posted insane swords. I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
what
they've
is
had
going
some
on
like
with this
really
one.
crazy deep story and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
I
you're trying
see.
to go into the market for custom, Ryan Sword would be my first choice for you. Like
I see Space Ghost
100%.
says they had a horrible rep back in the day, but have improved to the point where they're unrecognizable as the company they
Yeah,
were before.
exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that can mean a lot too, especially if you, like you said, people are. I don't want to say an issue, but sometimes people are the issue, and you can get a very bad reputation by having, bad customer service, bad support, that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
what
So,
Ghost
Oh,
is saying is true though. He got that light cutter from them, and he pulled off some of the most insane like jug cuts I've ever seen with it. It's like it's so good. Like the trick cutter he has from them, it's fast.
yeah,
Isn't that's the one you have from him, right? The custom.
I believe so. Maybe.
That's sick.
I don't know. He had
That's
two
super
of
sick.
them. I don't know. The one I got, I think, is the one that he spec'd out.
That's tight. For
Samurai
ones you
Bird
can.
says their Naginata tried to kill me.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. When I was like, you have the Hanshi one, I'm like, you have the only safe one? Yeah, he's got a freaking story about that.
That's so funny. That
I tried.
the only. Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
I tried to get Samurai Bird on here. I'm gonna work on him some more. One day I'll get him on here. One day.
Well, I'll
One
start
day.
pestering him. I'll text his ass at 3 in the morning every day.
That's right. Nice. Nice. No, I did like the Swordists when they came, as David says in chat, says Swordists came in and
They've got,
forced
like,
other
everything.
companies to step up. You know,
No, yeah.
their builder is clean. It's really clean.
Yeah, I've made so many like fantasy. Like, if I had freaking money like that, freaking, I'd be buying this $2,000 custom Shadow Dancer Pro I just designed. Yeah,
Yeah.
like at least once or twice a week.
Ooh, that's whoever's commenting. A straight bladed Nodachi. Who's saying that? That is sick.
GU. Yeah, my first order from them,
Whoa.
I'm assuming them is Ryan
That would
Swords,
be
the straight
weird.
bladed Moroha Zakuri Nodachi.
Oh,
It is the
wow.
nicest feeling sword I have from Ryan Sword. That is. Yep, that's what I figured. GU, I feel like I want to say pics or it didn't happen. I know we can't put it in chat at the moment,
Show some
but
videos.
I feel like some of us would really like to see that. So
People be doing that to me a lot. They'll comment on
Did
my
they have it
Reddit
on
or they'll
Facebook
comment on
recently?
YouTube.
That Nodachi you're talking about, did they post it on Facebook within like the last 6 months? Because I think I might have saw it.
I'm curious. I'm really curious. I know it's one of those like I would like to see this thing. David says I've designed 3 dream swords on there, meaning Swordless' site. Woo, my taste is expensive in Dreamland. Yeah. I know the Shadow Dancer Pro option can get pricey. D from Cerberus Arms. I don't know if you guys seen him. He's a pretty cool dude. Does some great high quality videos.
It's been a year.
What was that?
Sorry, he replied. It's been a year, Eric, since that Nodachi got posted.
Nice.
Okay, that's time flies, man. I think I remember seeing that.
Nice. But yeah, Cerberus Arms did a video where he got like a $7,000 CSA from Sordis as part of this gorgeous sword. Gorgeous sword. I mean, I got a thing
$7
for
grand
Okasaki,
though. It's like
yeah, like even their freaking this is their freaking $900, and I mean the polish on that is just freaking exquisite. I mean it's hard.
Oh
to
yeah, I mean I can practically see my face on it.
And Emperor nodes, and I mean the whole nine. Like
the kitty's back. And all of a sudden, our viewer numbers just went up. That's just it. No one's here for us.
And like an older one, like you can't even get this one anymore. This is their older freaking Here's a Curry. Like this sword's like a £1.50. Like it's got a bohie, freaking.
That thing is killer.
Nice Sashikomi polished. It's freaking crazy. Like this is like the best trick cutting sword I've ever encountered. I don't think it could ever get any better than that.
This is kind of a thing that's interesting. Like, so when it comes to Japanese swords, like I've gotten to this point, and I got there really quickly, but I don't want a through-hearted blade anymore. It's got to have at least like a triple polish. And I feel like does that matter to you with like a katana? Like when coming from a Euro sword kind of perspective, like do you care, or do you just are like, yeah, it's a sword, it cuts, like?
Yeah, I'm totally done with through hardened katana as well. Like I'm gonna do that Tachi justice, but like like I'm not, if I'm buying, it's not gonna be through hardened.
Yeah, same.
Really?
But it's not a, I don't know, nowadays it's like it's not a katana to me. Like I don't care how super steel of the super steel it is. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that comes down that's a really good question, because from a Euro side,
you're like whatever.
Well, all of ours were spring steel. Like even even historical pieces were spring
Right.
steel.
Right,
Like that's
yeah.
just Europeans had that from a very early time period. Um, Now, obviously, the quality of spring steel, you could argue there were obviously good swords, bad swords, blah blah
Right.
blah. But spring steel was always a thing that has existed in Euro swords, and to be honest, I enjoy it because I feel a little bit. I don't know. Like it's weird because obviously I know the sword's more resilient because I don't think anyone can argue it. It's not
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
Japanese
No,
swords bent all
for
the
sure.
time.
yeah.
Um, I will say though, with differentially hardened blades, if you don't absolutely put a set in your sword, the cut is insanely clean. Whereas with European swords that are through hardened and are spring steel, if your edge alignment is not perfect, you will create a scooping motion every time you cut
Mhm.
because the blade flexes in the cut. And so if you're off, the blade will start to flex in the cut, and it'll start like this, and then all of a sudden, you'll still make it cut,
Interesting.
but it'll be like a scallop cut. You'll see those a lot with through hardened flex, especially if
Yeah,
they're
that
super
makes a
flexible.
lot of sense. Yeah.
Obviously, if your Japanese sword did that, it's now permanently that shape,
Right.
But uh, like I honestly, besides the artistry of what you can do with a differentially hardened, don't I don't see I don't see the benefit, especially if you want to use it. If I were getting a collector piece that I were to hang up and show off and like get like one of the really fancy polishes on, I wouldn't want to cut with it because I wouldn't want to ruin the polish. It would just be something I'd have up there so you could look at it,
It's
like
it's
an
so
art
funny.
piece.
That's such a funny way to describe it because I find myself wanting to cut with all of my differentially hardened
Yeah.
swords more. There's something
Yeah.
on. It's almost like the edge is kind of screaming at me, like, "Hey, cut! Please cut!" Like it's like, and I think it's the spiritual side of these swords. Truly, like
Hmm.
they have almost kind of an energy in them that emanates more when there's like an artistry behind it, and that's kind of hard to even explain.
And it
But
gets
I,
the steel gets a little bit harder, and you can get a keener edge that'll hold for longer, and it'll just have much more bite than like through hardened
a
like 1075 or
9260,
whatever. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Katana Carl, you didn't ruin any future invites, buddy. You're getting on.
You're
Real life
fired.
happens. No worries. Don't feel like, oh, he didn't show up all of a sudden. That's it. He's
You're
done. I cut him from
blacklisted.
my life.
no,
No,
I
no,
mean
buddy.
that's testament to you, man. I wasn't able to make it to that other one you invited me to in
Yeah, there
Miami,
he
so
is.
it's like much
Here he
appreciated.
is.
Like,
Oh no, I get you. Honestly, I will. I enjoy doing these. These are a lot of fun, and it does show the community that we're people who enjoy swords and we're approachable, and you can talk to us. And I'm always guaranteed that every single one I brought on here, if someone messaged, "Hey, you want to talk swords?" Yep, let's do it.
Oh yeah, all day. Yeah,
Like,
like yeah, I know people all over the world freaking.
yeah. So that's kind of what I like doing this stuff, and I like to encourage collaborations, and I actually have. Spoiler, people are gonna get a spoiler. Emblem Arms did a collaboration with me just recently. I just out of the blue messaged them. I had an idea. You know how like when I do my reviews, I try to add a little bit of boomer humor. I guess like my videos to be a bit funny. And I had an idea. I had an idea of what I wanted to do of how because normally when I rate them something sometimes silly, sometimes a bit more whatever. And I had an idea for a silly rating system, so I contacted Emblem because I knew exactly. I said, Emblem, if you're down, I need you to do a skit for me. This is what I want. He did it. He's in it. He's in it. So on February 11th, Emblem featured in my one video for an 18C. And I like that idea of collaboration where hey, reach out to your fellow Swordtuber. I think almost everyone will be like, hey, yeah, I'll help you with something. Yeah, I'll do
yeah,
something for you. Yeah, like that's something I think is super cool, and just gets us all around. And if people are following me and they're not following Eric and they're not following Tone Death, first off, they're very smart because I'm not very good compared to these guys. But that's the whole idea. Like these guys are amazing. You should follow them, and growing the sword community as a whole. Because obviously, the more we get people to not just follow us, but obviously do multiple different things. It makes the sword economy healthier for all of us because,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
people are watching. Companies are going, hey, there's more people wanting swords. Let's make better products. I mean, the Euro market's a great example because the Euro market, like, so my first review I did was on a $200 sword from Swordtubers. I had no idea if it was going to be good, bad, or whatever, but I figured for $200 I've wasted it, on a night of drinking at a bar before, so whatever, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I've wasted $200 doing stupider things in my life, okay? So I figured even if it broke, I got a video out of it, whatever. And I even made a joke when I started cutting with it. I'm like, 10 years ago, I wouldn't even cut with your hands a sword that was $200 because they were garbage. They, especially Euros, they were unsafe. They just were not a good thing to have. But because of I don't want to just say Swordier, but other ones like we have the old standards, Arms and Armor, Valiant Armory, Albion swords. Those were like the top tier. That's what everyone wanted, but they're very expensive. Now they're expensive for a reason because they're really, really, really good. But a lot of competition started to breed in the lower budget areas, and now we're getting swords that are just fantastic in budget and mid range. That really are getting people into the hobby because again, you pick up a sword that was garbage. You guys talk about cold steel sword, for instance, back 20 years ago. This is what a katana feels like. This is awful. It turned a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Now people are holding European swords and going, whoa, what is this thing?
Yeah.
And I think it's good all around because those people become sword nerds and sword addicts, and they're no longer just buying budget. Then all of a sudden they're buying the Albions and the Valiant Armories because they're like, oh, yeah, I can waste more money this way. Like you just keep collecting. I mean, you guys are here. You can buy a great katana for $200, $100. But if you had the money and they're like, here's $10,000 for a katana, you'd be like, yup, done.
See, what's funny too is I've reached a threshold with that where like if I'm gonna drop that kind of cash, it's just gonna be a smith in Japan. Like I don't really personally see the need to go all the way to the top for production line when like it's not all about performance for me. Like I think that's one of the things for me is like.
But you're valuing the artistry of the sword itself.
I think that's the thing is I value the artistry like more than the average user does. And so I think that that's kind of where my decisions lie, where I'm like, I'd rather there be like more soul put into the sword, like, and more time and craft. And so that's why, like, I don't know if I would spend 10,000 on a Motohara. Yeah.
It's not
just me. I'm just saying, but like,
even from a Euro line.
But I just think this is an interesting thing where we have a lot of people who are like, give me that S5, I want it to smash into rocks. And I'm like, I don't get that.
Oh, I've repaired so many of those.
Those people don't make sense to me, but I guess maybe they're more few than I am seeing online,
They seem to be centered in Florida.
That's their main market.
No offense, guys, if any of you are watching.
Florida man is down there with his S5 katana, I get it.
This person took a sizable chunk out of the one in a brick, dude. Something freaking, dude.
That's crazy.
It was an advantageous spot, though.
So here's the thing with those. It's funny because the first couple that like were sent to Matt and stuff, Matthew Jensen, they were like these really good ones. I know Shadiversity had one where he's smashing it into stone and whatnot. But I've heard that all the ones they've gotten afterwards were nowhere near as strong.
Oh, I've got a couple, and those S5 blades, they take as close to a differentially hardened level of sharpness on a through-hardened blade as I've come across so far. Like, it's the most well-done through-hardened steel for a katana, at least, like, that I've come across so far.
So for me, shout out to Nick Miller, for anyone who doesn't know who that is. So he's an American smith, but he does European swords. He's the one who even Matt Jensen wasn't able to break his blade with until he like took a power tool to it. He's like, that was harder than the S5 and S7 blades I was sent.
That's crazy.
That sounds like fun.
he wasn't able to break it doing his normal means. He literally had to take a metal grinder and cut big divots into it just to break the stupid thing. So
Wow.
whatever Nick does with his steel, however he tempers it, is insane. And I'm not gonna lie, he talked me into buying one of his swords. And when I say he talked me into buying one of his swords, he didn't really have to try hard. He goes, "Hey, would you like to buy this?"
Right.
I'm like, "Yep." Yeah. Will I ever try to smash it into rocks? No. But I think it's something about appreciating the smith and what he was capable of doing that I wanted. Not so I can smash it into rocks, but just because it's a Nick Miller piece. It's not even a sword type I really am after. Obviously I showed you the blades I like. Type 20 is my, if I had a type, it's type 20, And he sold me on a sword that nothing like what I would normally be interested in if it was a normal production line sword. But because it was something he made, I wanted it. I'm like, just because it's him. So it's more the smith than necessarily the sword itself that I wanted a piece of. And there's some Albion swords. So Albion does 2 lines. They do next generation line, which is their reproduction sword that aren't based off anything, and then they have the museum
Squire,
line.
right?
Well, they have that one too, but I was thinking the museum line. You're right, they do have a Squire line, and they have a Maestro line too. But we were talking about the soul of the sword. These ones are trying to reproduce to exacting detail existing pieces that we have. Like their Svante Nielsen sword is their most expensive. It's $4,500 or something like that. I would get it if I had the money to spend on that kind of thing. Solely because of the exacting detail of what they tried to do to reproduce a sword that still exists today. You can see it. And it's a beautifully detailed piece. So I think they did a lot of justice in trying to recapture that. Would I cut with it? Probably not. It would be a wall hanger, even though it could cut, just because of what it is. It would be a prize of my collection, similar to getting one of those custom smiths.
It's funny because I cut with the Nahoto, the antique. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did my audio drop out? I can't tell.
No,
I think
your audio's still good.
Okay, cool.
I can hear you.
It's I couldn't help myself, and that was the reason I bought it, because it wasn't some famous smith. It's a Mume, so it doesn't have a signature on it. So it just was cool to have something that's historical. And be oh yeah, I can cut a pool noodle in half with this. Sick, And I think it was fun, but I do get that. It's where's the line? If you spend so much money on something, do you want to break it? It's kind of like cars. You drive a super, super nice sports car. Do you go drive it around, or do you keep it in your shed and look at it? I don't know. I can't keep things in sheds. I don't know. Even if it was dumb expensive, I'd probably still cut with it.
I have not cut with my Albion yet, but I'm only doing it for a purpose. I haven't done a full review on it yet. I don't cut with my swords until I do a full review on it, so that way.
How could you do a full review if you don't cut with it, though?
Well, I do when I'm ready to do the full review. But the reason why I haven't done the Albion is I have other ones. That's one I bought. Obviously, I favor other ones to do, but I'm also ordered a second one.
Oh,
don't judge me. I will have 2 mercenaries. Don't judge me.
That's brilliant.
Hey, that's smart.
No, actually, it's more because they offer 2 different grip lengths and or 2 different types of grips. One's a more oval, one's a wasted, and I'm gonna do both of them. And mercenaries one. Oh, let me get it.
That's good. Yeah.
Have it hanging up on my wall.
That's a big ass one, right?
So this is my Albion mercenary. Not my most expensive. No. The one that's the most expensive is my Valiant Armory Valor. And I actually even got that one. Look at this. This boy is thick, okay? So, and it's also, you want to talk about a reinforced tip. This thing was an armor piercer. This is a thick
Dude, that's
tip.
gnarly.
This is meant for half swording, where you half sword and shove it into armor. But this thing is so light. It's a hand and a half.
Oh wow.
Euro swords scare me. They're just weapons of terror. They're freaking crazy. Like, they scare me so much more than a katana. Like, whoa, bro. Like
I don't know why. This one
the
is
reinforced tip like that. Get out of here. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. This is I can come up here and half sword with this and just shove this right into plates of armor, or in between plates.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably,
Wand art.
but a lot of people up there get it for that. The Maker's Mark, the Albion, right there, the little A right there on there. But I'm running out of room for all these swords. I have like a ton of them laying over here now. Because of course now I have to clean them up when I'm done. I'm just gonna
That's
lay
the
this.
worst part is to clean up.
Let me know.
It's like fucking an hour and a half worth of work for 5 minutes.
This makes it so nice, especially
100%.
when I'm doing cutting. You ever get Rem oil? It's a firearm oil that they use, but this comes in essentially.
That's cool. You use that for your oiling?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's like the little wipes. Just pull them out and you're good to go. I have choy oil and stuff like that too when I want to. But if it's a one that I cut with a lot, I normally put this oil on if it's going in for more of like a long-term storage.
Nice.
Smells better, stuff like that. But I mean, the firearm one works just as well. But if it's like an everyday cutter, I will use that. This next one, let me see if I can grab it. I'm just pulling all my swords off my wall. That's what's happening here at the moment. This one I actually got from the Sword Buyer Guide. They were selling this on there, and this is a Valiant Armory piece, and obviously it's in blue, so it matches my armor, so I had to get it.
That's super cool.
This is a Type 12A technically. It's a lenticular cross section, super kind of insane cutter. Lenticular cross sections were great because there's no central ridge. It's more like a very, very flattened oval shape. These things sail through targets.
Yeah, that looks like it would be a good cutter from a physics standpoint.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it's got a nice scabbard with it that they did a lot of
What
leather
have you
work
what
on.
have you cut with that thing?
Mostly just bottles and pool noodles, and I haven't done tatami yet on this one. But this, I know this will sail through tatami like it's not even there. I'm sure of it.
For sure.
Yeah, this one's pretty nice. I actually just cut myself on that sword. I should probably pull it down and clean it. Because I have them hanging on my wall behind my computer, and I was reaching behind my monitor to get something earlier, and this one is not in a scabbard because...
Oh, well, there's your first mistake, bro.
I felt it slice my hand.
Ooh.
That's what the little Band-Aid's for on my hand. I can't see it.
Ooh.
This is a Type 16A from Valiant Armory. This one is a beast. Like, this thing is... Whew. It's got a hexagonal cross-section down here at the bottom, and it narrows down into this insanely narrow diamond cross-section for cutting. And this thing is so light in the hand. It's great. I haven't weighed it yet, but it's light. It's real light. So
I got
swords everywhere.
Opposite of that. Hold on.
Trump book. I do have an order for a Tauber. I think I said that to you before. Yeah, I have a Tauber on order. Yeah, that's an Angus trim piece. So, but yeah, Valiant Armory is one of the top brands for swords, or at least Euro swords anyway. Lay this right over here. I wonder what he's getting. What do we got?
Dude, some garbage. But like super affordable euros from back in the day.
Oh
It was
yeah.
like that first Kingston Arms knight sword with the
Oh
S
my.
guard. I think it's got a diamond cross section,
Yeah, it
but the
does.
edges came so thick that I had to grind away on my work sharp for like a solid
It,
year before I got it anywhere near cutting sharp. And I've used it a bunch. So it kind of makes a noise a little bit, like, but I mean it's really thin and it's a really fun sword. But
that's a really thick S guard too. Cause here, let me pull this one out.
yeah, it's like nothing.
Like I showed you guys this one pre-show. Look at that S guard.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's a thin S guard, real thin
Yeah.
S guard for this one. Pretty nice. I like these ones. I like these ones a lot.
And this beast was like $189 arming sword from SVG. I don't even
I
know
think
the
it's awesome.
company. I think it's like a Ryujin or something maybe, but it's got
Uh-huh.
kind of a reinforced tip, like not
Yeah, I see
super
that.
reinforced, but yeah. It's a little heavier, but I mean, for $189, I could go banging against rocks, you know?
Yeah, right. You don't feel like you're losing a whole lot.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. Yeah, he goes wipes. Okay, I see. Wipes would be convenient for my daily cutter, though. I have limited on my feet time, dude. Yeah, so it saves me a minute. Yeah, no, these wipes are fantastic. Like this entire case. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I think it was like $18 for 60 of these wipes. So you get 60 of them in
Yeah,
there.
that's
They're like Clorox wipes, and they're.
yeah, wow. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow.
I mean, they're
No,
firearm
literally.
lubricant. It's the same thing that you would. I mean, obviously, it's used to prevent rust on firearms. It's going to work just as well
Yeah.
with swords. But yeah, for $18, it's hard to beat that, and you can reuse them. I often will take one
That's
and
a
I'll
really
fold
good
it up and
idea.
Yeah,
put it
get a little
back in there.
Tupperware thing and
Yeah, I just put it back in the top. Like I push it down and I
oh,
fold it
okay,
so it
yeah.
fits, and then I just slam it shut. I get 2-3 uses out of a single one, and there's 60 of them in here, and that's really hard to beat that for the price anyway. And it does make it easy, like you said, when you go to do a daily cutter, pull one of them out, wipe it down, you're good to go, and ready to roll with, storing it away. Ooh,
Definitely have to
Blade
pick
Show,
those up.
Texas, March 20th through 21st. Valiant Armory is gonna be there. Now I gotta go down to Texas.
I'd love to go to Texas.
I need to hit up Sonny from Valiant Armory anyway. I want to do a custom with him too. But yeah, that's it. Well, guys, you got anything else you wanna mention or talk about before we wrap up? I don't want to take your entire night too, so I try
Oh,
not
you're
to
good.
do that. I mean, I know we can talk swords forever, and I'm
Yeah,
happy to keep going. But all right. So David says BTS. By the way, I'm the super cool BTS, not the Korean boy band BTS. Obviously, way more popular than them.
yeah, you could get, that's brilliant. That's a good strategy. Probably get a lot of overflow just with the
People started calling me BTS. I'm like, why does it sound so familiar? And then I'm like, oh, yeah,
Korean.
now I know.
Korean
boy.
band.
It's a Korean boy band. Yeah, K-pop boy
They're
band.
fire.
They are. They are.
Instagram.
Get some traffic in there from people searching BTS and go, here's a guy with swords. What's this all about?
Maybe it's change some lives, man.
All right.
You should get You should try traditional Korean swords. There you go. That's your avenue.
Dude, I actually want one. What are they called? The ring hilted ones. They're old. They're like really old.
I do not.
Starts with a G. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've looked at some of those Korean swords. I actually want some Korean swords.
I've got that one Skyjiro Samgakto, like it's like a Japanese sword, like trying to be a Korean sword, kinda. And Munetoshi Yuki, they sell it as a Samgakto, but it's just like a 1060 fake Hamon, like.
Yeah, it's just a Hira.
Yeah, like a true Samgakto doesn't have the spine with the two angles, like on the Japanese sword. It literally means triangle-shaped sword. It should have a flat spine. I know RVA has a real one like that, but I haven't seen like a true one except unless, I think Martial Arts Supply, but it's like $1,700 or something.
like a diamond cross section?
It's a triangle. Like
Oh, a half
yeah,
diamond
yeah,
cross.
the spine
Yeah,
Oh,
with
and then
the
it's just
spine
two
doesn't have any
triangles.
movement to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Korean blades are basically Hira. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
David.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
curly
he
with a flat
completely.
spine.
There was a Korean show on Netflix I watched called Kingdom. It's a zombie movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
But they had swords like that. I'm like, that's neat looking because it was set in what time? Essentially 16th century or something like that. So, but yeah, it was pretty neat to see. I liked it. Uh, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I wanted one of those, but yeah, there's a much older sword. Now I have to look it up here because now I want to know what it is.
Because I know they have other like katana like ones that were like they'd have them suspended like that. And you could actually turn it around either way. But I don't know. I
Oh,
can't remember the kid's name, but there's this dude. He lived in Australia, and he had a lot of stuff about Korean swords. I can't remember his channel name, man. Shit.
Oh, is that
Lawandu
just a
Dado.
bug?
Yeah. That dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he trains in like some of their older styles, and
Yeah,
he
he
showed
like.
a video of a Korean Odachi, and it's the habaki's super long, so you can grab the blade and pull it out of the sheath.
Oh wow, that makes so much sense.
I wish
Wow,
I might like
that's
custom get one
brilliant. Yeah,
because like if you think about it, whenever I pull those out, the big long ones, I
yeah.
have to throw the blade. So if I had
Right.
a
Yeah.
habaki to like here, to like right here, that'd be beautiful
Yeah,
because you
that's
have to
like
be able to like
highly dangerous. I've like lacerated myself severely, freaking like blade flying out of the freaking thing, man. Like I couldn't imagine throwing it out there every time you draw it. That's
it's
crazy.
it's really weird. It's something like learning that was like I don't know. I had to like really get over the fear because I was like I gotta catch the blade and then let it drop and then I can grab it.
Yeah.
I did it. I've done it with gloves the whole time, except for like recently. I'm like, okay, I could do this without if I have to, but I still am like, fuck that. I'm wearing gloves, like, because it's just so much easier if you have gloves to like drop the sword if it falls the wrong way. But if you've got just nothing,
Yeah.
it's too easy to cut yourself.
Yeah. Ooh.
So what's this challenge, David? Okay, I got a challenge for you. I'll send you a decent sword to turn into a yawn, and then you can pass it around and let it. What do you mean that I've turned it into one? Like, am I forging it? Like, what's going on here? What, I don't even know how to pronounce it right. Jian. Yawn. I always pronounce it yawn, but what is it? Jian.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
yawn?
I've
That's
never
what I always
handled
thought it
one of
was.
those, but I've almost bought one a bunch of times, like
I've
depending
never
on the
found any I
geometry of it.
liked.
Yeah, there's a few LK Chen had that I would get if I had like again money like back in the day or whatever. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a few Gian like that they looked like light and fast, but they'd be really good cutters.
See, my problem is I can
Yeah,
never
Gions are
find
cool.
any that I think look nice. And I'm going to say this, and this sounds really negative, but every single one I've seen, no matter what, because of the way the fittings are being hollow and whatnot, they always look cheap to me, like a wall hanger. And maybe that's like I'm traumatized because like European swords used to do that, like the Ren Fair ones that are garbage used to be like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never found one that I looked at it and went, that is gorgeous.
You
I
should get
want one
LK
like
Chen
that.
then.
Yeah, LK Chen's got a bunch that don't have those hollow fittings like
He
that.
does historical
Yeah, the
recreations,
recreations too. Yeah.
like Han
I,
Dynasty shit. It's hella sick.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, with just that little rectangle looking guard on it at the very bottom, and it's like
Well, he
flat.
does all different time periods. So like his Gions are from later eras, and then he has like Daos that are from like the actual Han Dynasty, like Dynasty Warriors 3 Kingdoms era, like shit. But yeah, no, Gions are cool. I think
Oh
they'd be
yeah,
really fun to do doubles with, because you could just do that.
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're very light. Send
Yeah,
me
I
a
don't got it
picture,
done.
David. I'll look at it, and then I'll let you know. He's like, I have 2 Euro swords that are 35 inches. He has 2 of them. I'll send you one because I have a shop, and he's like, he repurposed the blade into a yawn handle. I'm like, maybe.
Mm.
I'd have to
I
see it
probably know a
first.
couple of people that could do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dip, gentlemen. My
Yeah,
phone's
no,
gonna
guys,
die.
we'll end up the thing here now. We went pretty long. Once again, guys, if you haven't followed these two excellent gentlemen, please do so. I will have the links in the description of this when I get it done, but I will also, once the video processes, I'll make this a collaboration, so I'll send you guys both collaboration links so you can click
Sweet.
those, and it'll actually have your name in the thing. It'll show as a collaboration piece on your page if you have collaboration shown. So you guys can see all that. Follow them. Let's get Eric up to all of his subscribers he had before because he deserves it. And Tone Deaf needs more as well because he deserves it. So definitely do that. Check that out. Thank you guys so much for coming on. And everyone else, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. See you later, everybody.